It's going to get crazy when they turn them loose, as it always does for the Enduros. All right, they say we're good to go. They will check the racetrack, and as soon as it's clear from the pedestrians and the officials, all right, let's count them down, race fans. You got to do it too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go racing. Green flag is out for the Enduros from Bojangles. It's bow time. And a spin already down at the bottom of turn number 1. 4, 5 wide. One car smoking up the field. Car number 2. That's Jessica Knapp in the 2. Meanwhile, up front, number 38, Rodney Davis, takes over the lead ahead of the 4 of Wendell White. And I don't even see how they can see how to go between turns 1 and 2. Great battle side by side. Rodney Davis gets into the wall on the back straightaway. The orange machine, the 18, Derek Bogus takes over the lead in the 18. We got a lot of cars smoking. They can't see where they're going. Rodney Davis stays up high against the wall. Crash, and it has brought out the red flag as the 34 machine tagged the wall on the inside pits. The inside pit wall actually hit it on the outside, of course, but moved that thing over about 3 or 4 feet, huh, Buck?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that's a good 3 feet that car moved that jersey wall over here. Hard impact. See the driver moving around inside the car, though. Safety crew immediately on site, just like I told you about Terry Carroll's incident last weekend in the Hampton Heat. So they're immediately on site to make sure the driver's okay, but definitely going to need a towing service to move the vehicle.
That's Bubba Furman, by the way, in 34 that hit the wall.
Try to put that jersey wall back where it belongs because that big of an opening down here. And it's taking a lot for that truck, and he's out the car. You hear all the fans cheering, Mike. So, okay, a quick wave to the fans to let him know he is okay. And he'll take the safety ride back to the infield center over here, get checked out just to make sure everything's cool. You ready to count them down again, Mike?
I am ready.
All right, let's count them down, race fans. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Green flag, yes, sir. Here we go. The Bojangles Enduros back on. Derek Bogus continues to lead. Scotty Buchanan, the 73 in second. Then Wendell White in the 4. Richard Quinn in 31. Ronald Klein in the 80. Then Randy Constable, 49. Dustin Sisko in the 44. Justin Fansler in the 98. Rodney Davis in 38. And Larry Drummerhouse in 13 in the top 10 as they get back underway. Still got a couple of the cars smoking it up. That number 4 continues to put out puffs of smoke on the racetrack, making it a little difficult. That's car number 2, I guess, that's also smoking. A little contact over here between 3 and 4. Cars rubbing off each other. Number 32 and 33 and 31 also right there, nose to tail. Richard Quinn in 31. Richard Quinn currently shown in 3rd spot. Derek Bogus continues to lead Scotty Buchanan, and now it's going to be the Richard Quinn machine in 3rd spot.
And Shane Loving's machine has come to a stop at the top of turn number 4 right now, Mike.
Trying to get it refired, but he can't as we speak.
He's waving over there right at the moment, and there comes the red light on in some of these cars, showing the red flag is out.
Yeah, they all come to a stop, and he will take his car into the pits, the 23. Shane Loving, it looks like he is going to call it a day.
Looks like he took a hard hit somewhere on the track to the left front of that machine, so it's obviously not steering correct. Wanted to maybe save the car, do some repairs, and come back out next time for the Bojangles Enduro Series, Mike.
All right, here we go, race fans. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They turn them loose again. Green flag is back on. Derek Bogus continues to lead. Scotty Buchanan, Richard Quinn, Dustin Sisko, and Wendell White in the top 5. Red flag is out again. Everybody comes to a stop.
The 21 car did not go. It got reverse gear about 4 or 5 good times, but then finally got in drive as the red flag flew. So they finally got going. All the crew members having some fun down here watching that car try to get in gear down here on the front stretch of Curtis Harrell.
All right, we're ready to go back to the green as soon as they back up a couple of these cars. 13 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. The Bojangles Enduros back on. 7 laps completed out of 30. Derek Bogus, Scotty Buchanan, Richard Quinn, Dustin Sisko, and Wendell White, the 18, 73, 31, 44, and the 4, the top 5. Couple of cars hard in the wall in turn 1. Looks like the 19 got a piece of it.
Yeah, the 19 and look, the 11 of Tommy Gidday up there. Looks like the 11 car at the top of the track. They were 4 wide coming down the front stretch, and ironically, those were the middle 2 cars that ended up in the wreck up in the top of turn 1.
Daniel Vaught of the 19 gets it going again. Jay Malarius in the number 11 still sits in between 1 and 2. Great battle on the back straightaway. The 11 sits over there between 1 and 2, but it seems like he's good to go. Look at the leader get caught up in some heavy traffic as they race 3 wide just ahead. The red flag's coming out. Everybody comes to a stop. And it was getting ready to get a little physical with our leader, the 18 of Derek Bogus. The 11 driver will come out. Jay driving the 11. Buck.
Yeah, it'll give Jay a chance to climb out now because he had a couple of close calls there as they were thinking about just going ahead and let him run for a little while, it looked like there. But then we had a 3 wide episode go down underneath that number 11 machine, and that was just a little too close for comfort. Go ahead and get your driver out. Make sure. That's going to be an interesting restart all the way off of turn number 3 and having to wheel it down in the corner at the same time. And you said he was just coming under fire by another driver, too.
Yeah, he was just getting up there in some heavy traffic. They were racing 3 wide just ahead of him on the exit of turn number 2. He was able to get by when that red flag came out as they all slowed up.
It sounds like they're just about ready to get us back under green flag conditions again, Mike.
Let's count them down, Buck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn them loose. Derek Bogus continues to lead in car 18. Scotty Buchanan, 73 in second spot. Richard Quinn, 31 is third. 44, Dustin Sisko is fourth. And Wendell White still in fifth in car 4. Then Randy Constable in sixth position. He's driving number 49, it looks like. Your leader crossing the line as we speak. And Scotty Buchanan right on his back bumper, making him work for it now between turns 1 and 2. He's closing up on him, though. Derek Bogus and Scotty Buchanan, the 18 and the 73, making their way between turns 3 and 4, and some heavy traffic just ahead. '49, Randy Constable. He's up there in the top 5 behind Dustin Sisko's 44. Leader of the race once again under fire. He slips sideways. Here goes the 73 machine. Scotty Buchanan doing all he can to make the pass on the 18 of Derek Bogus. Richard Quinn not that far behind in 31. And they're weaving inside and outside of traffic on the back straightaway. And a big smoker, the 38 machine. Rodney Davis just ahead of our leaders. They can't see too well where they're going, but they're still racing side by side for the lead. That 38 is engulfed in smoke, but still going, and right in front of the leaders, a new leader too. 73, Scotty Buchanan. He will make his way to the start-finish line, bounce off the side of the 98. And Scotty Buchanan, our new leader over Derek Bogus, Richard Quinn, Dustin Cisco, and Randy Constable. Parts and pieces hanging off these automobiles as 38 is on pit road with a little bit of a fire underneath the hood on 38. You all right, Buck?
Yeah, they're trying to get him to get out the car right now. Fire crew coming over, fire extinguishers. We saw smoke coming right out the left-hand side of the car, which all of these cars pretty much front-wheel drive now. And so looks like something happened on the front side of the engine compartment on the machine, and the fire department on the scene now, making sure the fire is out, drivers out of the car, and we're still green flag on the track, Mike, and your new leader having a great time, Scotty Buchanan.
Yeah, he's on the back straightaway as we speak, Buck. Heavy traffic just ahead. The 18, Derek Bogus, is about 10 car lengths behind with the 32 in between himself and Scotty Buchanan up there in the lead. Oh, 18 and 32 get together on the front straightaway. He slams into the back of the 32, spins him sideways, pushes him out of the way. Derek Bogus not giving up. Wow. 19 laps completed. That's one way to get them out of your way. After all, it is the Enduros, so you do all you can. That cost a little bit of time, though. Richard Quinn closing it on the back end of the 18 of Derek Bogus. That cost him a lot of time to the leader, Scotty Buchanan, who inches up on the back of the 80. Ronald Klein, by the way, in the 80, he is in 7th position. So a blistering pace being set by these leaders. Scotty Buchanan now puts the guy up in 7th, a lap down. And look at all that traffic just ahead of Scotty Buchanan in car 73. 22 laps completed. Scotty Buchanan, Derek Bogus, Richard Quinn, Dustin Cisco, Randy Constable. In the 12 and 18, a little physical action here.
Hey, Mike, it looks like we got Richard Quinn and Dustin Cisco racing it out. They're probably about midway down the backstretch now, but they were getting side by side as they came off 4 last time through.
Down in the ditch, one car bounces it out of the ditch. That is Richard Quinn in car 31. He goes back in the ditch, back on the racetrack. And the leader caught up in some heavy traffic as he makes his way down the front straightaway. Car 73.
Yeah, Mike, right before we started this race, I said these guys and gals like to get a little agricultural racing in. It looked like Richard Quinn decided to do a little down there in 3 and 4.
He was cleaning the ditch for us. 31, there is Richard Quinn back there in 5th position after he went through the ditch.
Anybody associated with Ditch Witch of Virginia might want to give the guy a call. That'd be a good sponsor.
Sponsored by the Ditch Witch. There you go. Oh, a slide by the 18, Derek Bogus. He hangs on to it, though. And he is driving his tail off tonight in that 18.
We got a car. Oh, it was sitting head on into the traffic, and now cars are splitting them.
And the red flag is out. Woo! What a race. This is wild.
Yeah, that 13 machine drove down.
Larry Drummerhausen, the 13 Buck.
He went down in there and he caught the 21 car who was sitting, driver, just facing the front stretch backwards. And it happened about the time I pointed down there. So hopefully our young driver in that number 21 machine, Curtis Harrell, is okay. That was a whale of a hit between him and the 13 machine of Larry Drumhausen.
He's driving the 49. He's in fourth. Richard Quinn, after going down through the ditch twice, is currently in fifth. And we are ready for the final 4 laps. Are you race fans ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Once again, it's Scotty Buchanan in the lead in car 73. Derek Bogus in the 18. He's drove a whale of a race tonight in that 18, even though he's not leading. A couple of cars getting physical over here between 3 and 4, bumping and banging and shoving and sticking it in the inside. There's your leader going by the start-finish line. They got to keep it off that 13. 27 laps completed out of 30 for the Bojangles Enduros. Leader of the race between 3 and 4. Everybody knows he's the leader. They're going to be going after him even if they're not leading the race. Sideways, our leader, Scotty Buchanan, 911 spins. The 18, Derek Bogus, he will try and hang on to it, and he does. Still in the second spot, holding off the challenge of the rest of the drivers. That 44 closing in. White flag has been displayed for the 73. Final lap for Scotty Buchanan. Derek Bogus, Dustin Cisco, Randy Constable, and Richard Quinn, top 5. Here we go. Checkered flag. 73 wins. Scotty Buchanan. And coming in second, who's it going to be? Derek Bogus in the 18. Couple of cars in the wall in between 1 and 2, but Scotty Buchanan wins over Derek Bogus, Dustin Cisco, Randy Constable, and
Mike,
Richard
that
Quinn.
is Scotty Buchanan that's up there against the wall that hit those cars.
After he won, he hit the cars in between turns 1 and 2.
That is the 73 car up against the wall. The black car that's up against the wall. Whoa, cleanup truck. Woo, that was close.
And they're still racing.
And wrecking.
You reckon?
I reckon they're racing. And then if they're racing, they're wrecking, I guess.
All right, well, there's our winner. He might not be able to take his car to the Dale Lemons victory lane, but maybe he can hitch a ride with a cleanup crew over here.
That was a whale of a hit, too, because he straightened out the 21 machine and pushed the 11 car about a good 5 or 6 car lengths.
As we wait the arrival of Scotty Buchanan to the Dale Lemons victory lane, once again, we want to thank you, race fans, for coming out tonight. And we will be back next weekend, next Saturday night here at Langley Speedway on August the 8th for another exciting night of racing at Langley Speedway. And then in 2 weeks, late models come back, the NASCAR Wheeling All-American Racing Series, and a very highly competitive late model division this year at Langley Speedway 2. He's making his way back to the Dale Lemons victory lane after that wreck on the final lap.
And Derek Bogus is down here with Dustin Cisco. They're both down here with me. And there's a checkered flag. He's going to do his Alan Kowicki lap on foot, heading towards us as Scotty Buchanan. But, man, what a crazy race tonight.
Oh, wow. Words can't explain. I tell you, I've never been in one like tonight, and it was definitely crazy. Scotty definitely earned it. Congratulations, Scotty.
Got a little bit of rebuild, and Dustin wheeling her all the way from the back to the front, buddy. That is a little bit of a workout tonight for you.
Oh, yeah, it was real tough. The track was real slick, too.
There you go. Quick words by these two gentlemen, and we'll join Scotty Buchanan over here. He's going to be doing it all on foot after he ends up in Dale Lemons victory lane tonight. As I said, on foot down here. And Scotty, come on over here, buddy. Man, at least you did what mattered and you won the check, right?
Yeah, yes.
But it looks like it's probably going to be a brand new car that's going to have to be bought with that check now.
Check ain't that much.
Check ain't that much. Oh, man. But, man, great job all night long dodging the traffic on this slick racetrack.
Oh, yeah. I mean, cars are dumping oil, antifreeze. I think that's what got me down there is I got in something slick, hit the brakes, turned the wheel, and she said, let's go straight.
Yeah, I tell you, I saw a couple of cars. One car spun and just barely missed the safety crew as well down here right in turn one. So, yeah, it looked like something right at the end. Somebody was dumping something a little bit worse than it was already being put down during the race.
Oh, man, it was nuts. I had a lot of fun, but I'm going to have a lot of work left to get ready for next week.
There you go. Well, welcome to Dale Emmons Victory Lane. Sorry your car couldn't make it, but good thing to see you here, buddy.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank Sean and Allison Ross for supporting me. Ross Electrical Contractors, hell yeah, buddy, we got it. And big thanks to Derek Bogus and Larry Drummerhausen for helping me all they've done the last 3 years getting here.
All right, Scotty, we'll let you get over here in Victory Lane. We've got Barbara Ramsey down here, financial services for Thomas Nelson Community College. I'd like to thank Thomas Nelson Community College and 4CDL.com